Hey guys, sorry it took a while to get this video out. I just got back from the hospital. I had like a triple heart attack during that Steelers game. As soon as I filmed that story, I went straight to the hospital. I'm wearing the same clothes. I haven't even changed. I don't even know what's going on. But what I do know is the Steelers are 1-0. Oh my God! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Steelberg. And as I said before, the Pittsburgh Steelers are 1-0. The Steelers have defeated the New York Jets 34-32. Chris Boswell with the 60-yard game winner. That's a career long for him. Oh my God, this game. I wouldn't be surprised if I actually did have 3 heart attacks during that game because, wow, for sure thought we were going to lose. Even up until it went to the uprights, I thought we were going to lose. Actually, no, I should say until Boswell jogged off onto the field because there was no way my Lord and Savior, I can't pull it off the wall, my Lord and Savior, the Wizard of Oz, there is no way that he is missing that kick. And he drilled it right down the middle. And what a way to get back to the post-game analysis. We are back. This is game 1. I'll be making a whole new playlist of these. So, without further ado, so this isn't another 26-minute video, let's get straight into it. So, despite the win, there is a lot to talk about today. I'm in a lot better mood talking about the downsides of this game. However, there are plenty of downsides. Starting with the offense, our rushing game was atrocious. Jalen Warren, 11 for 37 on the ground with only a 3.4 per carry. Kenneth Gainwell, 7 for 19, 2.7 per carry. And how about our third-round pick? Just 1 rushing attempt all game for -2 yards. I don't know what we drafted him in the third round. If we drafted him in the third round just to do that. I mean, he was returning a bunch of kicks. I'm not even sure if his kick return. Oh, they are on here. He was 5 for 132 on kickoffs. So 26.4. So if he was returning from the goal line, he only got an average out of the 25. That's not great. That's really not great. Caleb Johnson, not really good in his first game as a Steeler. But then again, also, they didn't give him that many attempts. He only had 1 carry. Apparently, Kenneth Gainwell is going to be a significant part of our rushing offense. I thought he was a third stringer, but you could have fooled me. And then, of course, you can't forget Aaron Rodgers, 1 rush for -1 yard. I don't know when that was or how that was, but speaking of Aaron Rodgers had a really good debut with the Steelers. 22 for 30 for 244 yards, 4 passing touchdowns, which, by the way, it took Kenny Pickett 9 games starting to hit throw a 4-touchdown game. Aaron Rodgers did it in his first game. So that's pretty awesome. And speaking of Aaron Rodgers passing touchdown, this is the first game since 2023. I don't know the exact game, but first game since 2023 the Steelers have had an opening drive touchdown. Yeah, you heard that right. The Steelers did not have an opening drive touchdown all of last season. Not with Justin Fields, not with Russell Wilson. Since 2023 was the last time the Steelers had an opening drive touchdown. First game, first opening drive, Aaron Rodgers to Ben Skoranek. Guys, we might have an offense. And receiving is really where we excelled this game. DK Metcalf, particularly the run after catch, was fantastic. 4 for 83 yards. Calvin Austin III also had a fantastic game. 4 for 70 and a touchdown. Austin, that Moss catch that he had over the Jets corner was maybe one of the nicest catches I've ever seen from him. Just completely went up and over him and very nearly iced the game on that one deep throw. I love Rodgers giving him that look there. And it also just showed the confidence they had in Boswell. They said, yeah, we know Boswell's going to hit this 60-yarder, so let's try and finish this game. Let's throw it deep to Calvin Austin, see if he can make a play, and he damn near did. Pat Freiermuth was next in receiving, 3 receptions for 28 yards. Johnny Smith also the tight end, had 5 receptions for 15. So got the ball a lot. Just didn't do a ton with it. However, he did get a couple crucial first downs and obviously had that end around touchdown. Also significant in the passing game, Ben Skowronek and Jalen Warren each had a pass for a touchdown. So all in all, passing game was where we excelled, which is not what I thought would happen with Sauce Gardner. I thought DK Metcalf was going to have a bit of a rough game. I thought Sauce was going to kind of be all over him, like me when I'm eating spaghetti and meatballs. But I don't know. The passing game was really, really good. The play action was working despite the run not working. I mean, we scored with Calvin Austin off the play action and with Jalen Warren off the play action. So I'll take it. If we can keep this kind of offensive production, we are going to do very well this season. The only difference is we also need to have a defense, and that is where a lot of my struggles and gripes are going to come from during this video. Defensively, we struggled. We really struggled. Only 1 sack on the day. Alex Highsmith got it late in the game against Justin Fields. Other than that, really nothing too impressive. Kenneth Gainwell did have a forced fumble on the kick return, recovered by Ben Skowronek. Huge turning point in the game. That was a 14-point swing. We were 6 points behind. I think it was like 24-17 or whatever. And then we made it 31-24, or 30-24, or whatever like that. So that was a huge turning point in this game for us. But that wasn't our defense. We got almost no pressure on Justin Fields the entire game. Cam Hayward, despite all of his talk about wanting a new contract and deserving some incentives, did jack crap when he eventually got those incentives. He had a total of 3 tackles all game. That was it. And it was pretty sad. TJ Watt was schemed well against. They never ran to his side. So, I mean, I guess that's good. He had a couple tackle for losses. But overall, I just thought we looked rough. In particular, Darius Slay looked horrible against Garrett Wilson. He was torched multiple times. Porter got torched once or twice by Wilson before he eventually left with some tightness in his quad, I believe it was. It might have been his hamstring. Nothing serious there, just took him out for precaution. But still, even he was getting torched by Garrett Wilson. The one receiver of theirs who was actually making passes. Speaking of the Jets offense, I will quickly go through them. Justin Fields had a very good game, 16 for 22, 218 yards, and 1 touchdown. Garrett Wilson led them by 60 yards. No one else was even close. Garrett Wilson, 7 for 95 and a touchdown. Next closest was Breece Hall for 2 receptions for 38 yards. So Garrett Wilson was their entire passing offense. And we could not stop it. I mean, the deep ball over Slay, the first downs. Hell, it took a massive hit from Jalen Ramsey at the end of the game for him to finally be stopped. And even that looked like it was going to kill the guy. Like, it took near death for Garrett Wilson to not make a catch in this game. It just shows how much we struggled. And the rushing game, again, like I said, Cam Hayward, TJ Watt, Keanu Benton, they struggled. I saw videos of Keanu Benton getting absolutely bullied by that Jets offensive line, which was pretty ramshackle. They had lost a couple people to injury. So that was not a all-star offensive line, but it made our all-star defensive line look bullied, absolutely bullied. Breece Hall, 19 for 107. Justin Fields, 12 for 48 and 2 touchdowns on the ground. And Braylon Allen, 6 for 9, but he had a touchdown rushing on the ground as well. So 3 touchdowns on the ground for the Jets. That would be, 3 out of their 4 touchdowns were on the ground. So it was really clear what the Jets were trying to do with us, and it absolutely worked. They bullied us in every way possible on the ground. And if it wasn't for that one fumble by Kenneth Gainwell, we probably lose this game because it did not look like our defense was waking up anytime soon. The last thing I wanted to touch on today was some injuries that happened during this game. Again, like I said, Joey Porter Jr. Left the game with some hamstring tightness. He is not expected to miss significant time. Deshaun Elliott looks like he will miss about 2 weeks with a MCL sprain. That is the same thing that Derek Harmon had. Derek Harmon looks like he may be back this week against Seattle. If not, he'll be back week 3. But it looks like we avoided major injury, both with Derek Harmon and Deshaun Elliott. Deshaun Elliott, like I said, just an MCL sprain. He's looking to be back for a week 4 game against the Vikings in London. Derek Harmon looks like he'll be back maybe next week, but if not, definitely the week after that. And Tomlin is optimistic that Herbig will also be back within the next 2 weeks. I think he may even rule out for this next week, but he will definitely be back for week 3. As for other news, we have just recently signed Jabril Peppers. He was released by the Patriots earlier this year, so he will be replacing Deshaun Elliott as he's injured. We will have Juan Thornhill. We will have Jabril Peppers joining our team as well. So to wrap things up, not an amazing game by any means. I love that we put up as many points as we did, but we faced a team like the Ravens. We faced a team like the Bills, even the Bengals with their offense, although it wasn't super impressive this weekend. We probably are losing this game 48-34. So really hoping that our defense can step up. I'm hoping it's just week 1 jitters. But at the end of the day, we finished 1-0, and that's all I can hope for. Just keep racking up the wins. This team will get better. We have a lot of veteran guys who are still learning to work with each other. Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay, on the line, he's on offense. Derek Harmon will get really well with that offensive line. I think Keanu Benton's going to continue to get better. Hopefully Cam Hayward wakes up a little bit. We're going to get better, I think. I trust our defense more than I would trust our offense to wake up. The fact that our offense is already awake is a good sign to me. But that's all I'm going to leave you on with this one. Let me know what you thought about this game in the comments. Thank you all for watching. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, everybody. Goodbye again from the Steelberg.